Hey people, it is Tuesday, February the 1st, and the time is 11:25 in the morning, and the temperature is currently 0 degrees Celsius, feeling a bit cooler with the wind chill. However, it's supposed to get up to a balmy 3 degrees Celsius later this afternoon, which will be the first time in a while that the temperature has gone above zero. And I'm here on Front Street West, just west of Bay Street, and I'll be making my way over to University Avenue and walking north along the length of University Avenue, and then continuing around Queen's Park and all the way up to Bloor Street. Just passing Union Station. And University Avenue begins just on the other side of Union Station where York Street intersects with Front. University Avenue sort of converges with York Street at its southern terminus. And I would be happy with the rising temperatures, meaning this snow might start to melt away a bit. However, in a day or two, I think starting on Wednesday evening, we're supposed to get another big dumping of snow as another storm is headed our way with as much as 20 centimeters forecast. Guess we'll have to see what it really amounts to, but in any case, the piles of snow aren't going anywhere anytime soon. So here's York Street, and as you can see, the street splits off on one side where it becomes University Avenue. So I think I'll cross here. I think I'd rather walk along the east side of University. And not only is it the first day of a new month, it's also the second day of the lifting of restrictions that were imposed for the last month or so. So as of yesterday, indoor dining is permitted once again, as well as gyms are allowed to reopen at 50% capacity, as well as indoor dining at 50%, movie theaters 50%, or 500 people max, I believe. And museums, galleries, and sports arenas are allowed to reopen with a max of 500 people, which seems ridiculously low, I would say. I think 50% would make a lot more sense. But in any case, I think this is the last gasp of remaining restrictions, and once these restrictions are lifted in maybe another month or so, I don't think we'll be seeing any more. That's just my prediction. think Ontario will follow the lead of some other jurisdictions which have been ending all restrictions, such as in Denmark and Ireland and England. And it's just a matter of time before we follow suit here. So I would say by March, all restrictions will be lifted. And hopefully they remain that way. And the city can get back to life. I'm really looking forward to a busy spring and summer here in the city. I want to see the streets packed with people, all the restaurants and tourist attractions all full of happy visitors. And we're making our way north along University Avenue now. Look east down Wellington Street. So we're just walking along the western boundary of the financial district. And there aren't too many restaurants and things of that nature along University Avenue. There are some at the base of some of these office buildings and hospitals up ahead. But we might pass by a few and see some people actually sitting down inside and enjoying their meal like civilized people in a normal scenario of eating in a restaurant. We've been through this before, of course. We've had indoor dining restricted before and then put back again and then taken away again. It's been a bit of a yo-yo. There's King Street. 504 King streetcar. I just recently recorded a video riding that from Yonge Street to Dufferin Street. Down King Street. And if it wasn't for all this snow everywhere, you might be fooled into thinking this is a warm spring day. Crossing Adelaide Street. You can see that new tower is starting to get tall now. It will eventually be one of the tallest buildings in the entertainment district. I think topping out at 58 stories. Most other buildings in that neighborhood don't go beyond 50 stories or so. Tundra restaurant and bar, very Canadian and somewhat in keeping with all this snow we have right now. Crossing Richmond Street. Maybe I'll cross to the other side actually. I think last time I did a University Avenue video, I was walking on the east side, so I'll switch it up to the west side. Here's Queen Street. And guys just walking down the bike lane without a care in the world. I think that cyclist actually had to say something to him to get by. I think that's just being purposely belligerent when there's a perfectly good sidewalk literally steps away. And then here's the old Canada Life building. And then over there is Osgoode Hall. And the courthouse beside it. And the new courthouse building you can see rising up behind the existing courthouse. That one looks like it's getting close to completion.
There's a pizza.
And this is the United States Consulate. And from here there's a good view of the financial district. That's also part of the reason why I wanted to switch to walking along the west side. You get this awesome view of the towers, the bank towers. Of course, the big Sheraton Hotel slab is sort of blocking most of the bank towers, but I guess there's nothing we can do about that. And there you can see the Toronto City Hall, those curved buildings facing one another. It's an awesome building. The only thing is the backside is just a never-ending expanse of concrete. And here's one of the somewhat scarce restaurants and pubs here along University Avenue. I think there's more on the other side of the street, actually. The base of these buildings. And we're coming up on Hospital Row after crossing Dundas Street. think I'll go back to the other side now that I've got that shot of the financial district. Side is a bit brighter and sunnier. Actually, I could have crossed here, but they didn't clear away the snow from this crosswalk. So I'll have to cross again here. Or I could have climbed over that snowbank, but no big deal. That's currently the tallest building on University Avenue. It's about 55 stories, or just over 200 meters. Another one is going up on this side that won't be quite as tall, but it will be, I think, the second tallest building on University Avenue. Well, you know what? Actually, I would think I'm wrong. I think the Shangri-La Hotel is the tallest building on University Avenue. And that was down at the southern end. I think it's a bit taller than this one. And you can see the Shangri-La there, towering off in the distance. So now we're walking through Hospital Row here. And here's a restaurant. Didn't really tell if there was anyone inside. So some of the hospitals here are Sick Kids Hospital, Toronto General, Mount Sinai Hospital, Princess Margaret Hospital. And this is interesting. Mary Pickford, her home once was located at this site. Of course, she was one of the first movie stars. Starting back in the silent movie era. University Avenue used to have, I think, 8 lanes, 4 lanes in each direction, but in recent years they pared it down and installed bike lanes on both sides. And here's the western terminus of Gerrard Street. Sort of runs straight into Mount Sinai Hospital here. And that's Princess Margaret Hospital. And here's Toronto General Hospital. Man, I see bare grass. That's the side I was hoping to see more of. Unfortunately, in a matter of days, that will be buried under even more snow. But I guess it makes for some good videos. I'll be out recording when the snow comes again. There's a Roma espresso bar. I can see some people inside. It's pretty bad when just merely seeing people sitting inside of a restaurant and eating is a exciting sight to behold. I have to look back on some of these videos in the future and shake my head with disbelief. And we're coming to the end of the Grand Boulevard section of University Avenue at College Street here. There's a new building as part of the University of Toronto campus. This looks like a giant version of my curved TV set. So now once University Avenue ends here at College Street, it continues on, looping around Queen's Park as Queen's Park Crescent east and west. And then once crossing Bloor Street, it becomes Avenue Road. And it's much more of a more typical downtown street at that point. And there's the Ontario Legislature.
No, it's the road.
Looks like we have a bit of a traffic backup here. And there's the old Whitney block. It's one of my favorite old pre-war historic office buildings. So now I'm Grosvenor Street. Well, I can see why there's a backup here. There's some construction up ahead. There's lots of neat statues in this area on the grounds of Queen's Park and all around it, and in Queen's Park, the actual park up ahead. Now, an interesting thing about the old Whitney block here is this tall tower portion is unoccupied, as it doesn't meet modern day standards for occupancy. I think there's a lack of adequate stairwells or something to that effect. Doesn't meet current fire code regulations or something along those lines. The rest of the block is occupied though. Here's Wellesley Street. So now we're looping around Queen's Park here on Queen's Park Crescent East. Eventually the two crescents converge on the north end of Queen's Park itself. And all these properties here are part of the University of Toronto. And it's very serene around here. This part of the campus is referred to as Victoria University. It's a part of the University of Toronto. I believe it amalgamated with the University of Toronto.
I might just take it out.
This is one of my favorite parts of downtown, just to walk through. There's a nice mix of historic and modern. And there's the old McLaughlin Planetarium. That has been closed for a very long time. And it will be demolished in the near future. A new building will replace it. It's part of the University of Toronto. But there are also plans in the works to build a new planetarium elsewhere on the university campus, so that's something to look forward to. Might not be as big as the McLaughlin Planetarium was, but it's better than nothing. And there's a giant mountain of snow in the Royal Ontario Museum. You can see the newly renovated Park Hyatt Hotel, the old historic wing. That was once one of the tallest buildings in this northern part of downtown, going all the way back 100 years or so. And on the side of the street is the Gardner Museum. No, just recording.
Oh, like a city walk YouTuber?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. What's your YouTube channel?
The Ken Continuum.
The Can Continue.
Continuum, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah,
Thank
check
you.
it out. I might have got a new subscriber. And here we are at Bloor Street. So this is where this walk will come to an end. So I hope you enjoyed the walk up the length of University Avenue, beginning on Front Street by Union Station, and then continuing north through Hospital Row and around Queen's Park, ending here at Bloor Street West. So leave a comment below if you enjoyed, and like and share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.